What's up, my crypto legends? How's everyone doing today? Hope you're doing fantastic. Let's analyze the situation here for Bitcoin, stock market, DXY mainly. Then we can take a look at some altcoins, of course, but we need to focus on the stock market, S&P 500, and also take a look at Bitcoin and DXY. I'm going to go quickly through the comment section to say hello to the community. How is everyone doing, guys? Let's say hello to the community right away. Machu Picchu, thank you, Mr. Andy, just when we needed you. Yes, let that volatility happen, okay? Let that volatility happen. I know market, New York session is, open 15 minutes ago. We did have some news at 2:30. We didn't want to actually, go in live when the news is happening. Let that volatility happen, then we can take a look at the consolidations, the levels where we could potentially form a range and look for those trading opportunities. When there's news and when we have the open, we just have a leg up, leg down, a little bit of volatility. Once that volatility is over, we can take a look at some major levels. Now, yes, let's take a look here at the comment section. Before I go through Bitcoin, DXY, S&P 500, make sure to destroy that like button, guys, on your way in. Over 200 people watching. We can get this to 200 likes in just a matter of seconds. I know we can do this, guys, all together. So let me just go say hello to the community, and then I'll start off with Bitcoin, and then we can take a look at why is Bitcoin making this move. Of course, did we finally have this leg down? Of course, we did have that, unemployment rate that was lower than expected. Okay, it was lower than expected just at 2:30 Central European time, just over an hour ago, and the market is taking a little bit of a hit because of that. And we can, analyze the situation after this move down. Let's take a look here. Markets need some pumpy action from Andy, says Chris. Yes, absolutely. William, Chris, throw the billions in. Daddy, good day, everyone. Hope you're doing good today. Machu Picchu, have you all considered the rounding bottom pattern could be bullish? Andy, the crypto legend, what is up, my man, says think. Gents, hello, Chris. Christos, at last, I thought I was going to break the reload button on the tube. All right. I'm sick of the range. Well, we are kind of breaking down of the range a little bit. Yesterday, we were talking on the live stream. Many people, there was a little bit of volatility. All right. People entering at 20,300, 20,400. I know a lot of people shorted this range. Okay. Just before, yesterday, early morning or before yesterday, while we were hitting above 20,300. A lot of people asking, hey, can we take profits at 19,500? And we were analyzing the situation, and we said, 19,500. Okay, absolutely protect position, as we were trading here at the value area low. The possibility of a bounce was there, guys. But if you're in a trade right over here at these highs, why not protect position, ride a free trade? Because it is very, very possible that we've created a double top here, and we can go lower, right? And $19,500 range is an extremely strong support. However, let's find out, because S&P 500 is taking a massive hit at this moment, just because of the news. Also at 2:30 Central European time, unemployment rate lower than expected, market taking a hit, and now we're having the New York session open, and it's also taking a hit down. We are going to find out where the potential levels on the S&P 500, where we could get that bounce, where are the big resistance levels, okay, on the DXY. We're currently hitting resistance, but it does look like we're at the middle of the channel here. We can go to higher levels, so meaning we can break this resistance. Where is our next big major resistance? This is what we're going to talk about on the DXY. Also very important to find out where Bitcoin and stocks can kind of find a bottom and get a huge bounce. Now, I really like this level. If we do consolidate here in the next coming hours, I'm going to see exhaustion. I'm going to see that this level is potentially going to hold for Bitcoin. But for the moment, this is still a falling knife situation, right? We are getting a stop right there. But the reason why we're getting a stop, this was mentioned yesterday, the $19,500 range was a big resistance zone right over here. As you can see, we were getting this volatility above it, but coming straight back down as there was no volume on the movements up. You know, massive volatility. We're not paying attention to this massive move up and down. This is only noise in the middle of the chart. So we're taking a look at this range, right? A big level, okay, of resistance. As you can see, large consolidation here, 28th, 29th, 30th of September. So it's a level that has been very much respected as resistance. So right now we're just hitting that level. Not only that, we can take a look here at the low range here, looking at the 1 hourly chart, this consolidation when we shot straight back up. If we take a look at Fibonacci levels, we do have that famous 618 level over here. So that volatility at 19,500, 400, if we do get that volatility in the next coming hours, I am going to believe so that this is getting exhausted and we could have a rebound right over here at this range to the value area, low area. At this level, which we're going to analyze right away in just 1 second with the VPVR and fixed range. But let me just go. Glad you're on, Andy. Love your content, says Chris. Wow, absolutely phenomenal. Love all the people here that love the content also. What's up, fellas? Fathipo, how are you doing? Chris, smash the like buttons. How are you doing? Racing Pixel, thank you very much for joining the live stream. You're the man. Thank you very much. I've got my moderator here giving support as always. Thank you very much, Racing Pixel, for joining in here in the live stream. Andy, hit the like, guys, please, says John G. BTC is holding. Yes, BTC is holding this range. And you might think, why is it holding? Well, one of the main technical reasons, like we just talked about, this has been a very well-respected resistance zone here, as you can see in September. Also a little bit of support. So right over there, you know, big, nice consolidation, getting a little bit of a bounce, but then finally breaking. Once we came up to test that level, it was resistance, and we just had volatile moves above it. This was a massive big pump and dump scenario, okay? So this is, you know, dangerous range to trade. But very much respected here. The $19,500 range. We're also hitting 618 Fibonacci from the ultimate lows, guys. So we need to pay attention because there might be a short-term long opportunity in the next coming hours. Is it a long position now is your question. Of course not. While we're having this falling knife and while we're having the stock market absolutely tanking at this moment as we speak, it is risky, of course, for a long position. Now, would I short at this level? Well, no, because like I said, it's a big support level. I am actually in a short position from the $20,000 range. I'm just going to explain that. I just entered here a couple of hours ago before we had the news while I was doing the analysis, getting ready for the stream. But I am in a short position at this moment on Bitcoin. I'm going to explain it right away. You might think, hey, why are you in a short? Why did you trade a short position when we were at support? Well, let me just explain right away. I'm going to go to the very, very low time frames because what I'm interested here inside of this range, okay, let me just go to the 5 minutes because I was looking for a scalp day trade and I've taken most of profits at this level because it's support, all right? We do know that this is support. So if I'm shorting from this range, you know, I want to take profit at a support level and absolutely protect position. So why did I short this level? You might think to yourself. Well, I want to take a look at the, VPVR, daily VPVR, right? This VPVR is telling me every single day where we are, where I do have a value area high, a value area low, and a point of control. Well, as you can see here on the chart, okay, we were hitting the value area high from today, from the opening of today. It opens at 2 o'clock in the morning. Market opens 2 o'clock in the morning, Central European time. Depending on where you are, it will be a different time, of course. So the value area high range with the point of control was value area low and point of control level also. Almost got stopped out from this position, not going to lie. I had a very, very tight stop loss, was not hit. And finally, we got this leg down. The news, it helped. So it's a relatively small position with a tight stop loss. I'm in that position right over here, just at round about the $20,000 range, as you can see, with position protected from this level. And you might ask yourself, like I said, why it was the value area low level from the previous day. We were actually hitting these lows. I'm going to explain why this was getting weaker and weaker when you have the price action creating lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, in testing the lows. I'm going to explain right away. Okay, so it was the value area low, point of control range. We've got a wick to the upside that I wasn't expecting, and then massive fall to the downside. If I would have got stopped out here, and then the market would have dropped, yeah, these are the kind of trades that you get frustrated. Because the market actually goes down, but it stops you out. But this is the thing, when you have very, very good risk management, you might get stopped out many times. As long as it's small positions, it is totally fine. So let me just quickly go right over here and talk about the value area range that we were talking about, for the last few days, right? When we were in this side of this large trading range, right over here. Okay, we were testing the value area low every single time. Value area low tested, value area low tested, tested and tested again. This one had some relatively okay volume. It was still not a massive big breakout, but when you are creating these massive lower high scenarios, you are potentially likely going to finally break down from this range. So what is the best thing that I could have done here is take a look at the everyday volume profile, right? The SVP. And like I said, right over here, we were below the value area low from previous days, okay? This was on the 5th of October, 6th of October. So, we were below the range and created a new daily range today. And, all of this value area low and point of control is just being massive resistance. So it is worth for that move to the downside. So let's, and of course, looking for that projected move, looking for to get out from this range, but to the downside. And of course, this level is very, very strong support, guys, like we expect, like we talked about yesterday, right? If you are in any short positions from very high levels, I entered very, very low here in this, relatively risky short position, but with very good risk management, not worrying if I were going to get stopped out. Almost got stopped out here from the short position, but overall, this small little, stop loss is paying off right now with very good risk management. As you can see, it's much more, my stop loss is much more than, much less, than my projected move, as you can see, right? So this is kind of a 4-to-1 risk to reward trade. So this is why getting stopped out a few times is absolutely fine. If you are going to get 3, 4, maybe even 5-to-1 risk to reward, this is the whole plan of trading, of course. So yeah, we're at this level, guys. So what I can say right now is, stock market is just falling. S&P 500 is just in a free fall at this moment. So longing right now, I am planning to get into a long position as in a hedge. But of course, getting in this long right now would be absolutely crazy. I don't want to short it because we are at support. But I definitely don't want to long it because S&P is still absolutely tanking. So yeah, some people are saying that sound is not good. Let me just double check here. Seems like connection is good. Sound is good. Maybe try to refresh the browser. Okay, no good sound. Sounds fine to me. No problem at all here. Lagging. Everything is fine. Yeah, this is strange because I do see people that it's fine. I got good connection here according to the browser, so it should be all good, guys. Should be all good. Let's continue with the analysis. Let's continue with the analysis. Let's continue with the analysis. Just going through the comment section here quickly to verify that I'm good. Sound connection is good for me. I got some people that are saying that the connection is good and some is bad. Right. Okay. Let's continue and see if I'm going to survive the live stream. For the moment, it does look good. Like I'm saying now, what I'm expecting here for Bitcoin is a large consolidation, guys. I am interested in a long trade from this scenario only if we do get a bit of choppy action and a little bit of a range here in the next coming hours, because right now it is a falling knife situation. Okay, if we go to the lower time frames or the higher time frames, you know, we are still, you know, falling here at this level. We're getting a stop at this moment. This is not enough, of course, to have confidence in a long position, especially when the stock market is dropping. But as you can see, we are hitting important Fibonacci levels from the ultimate low of the pump that we did have on the 3rd of October till the 4th of October. We're just sitting right there, hitting the 618 fib levels, as you can see. And we do know that this is a major level of resistance that it is turning right now into some support. Will it manage to hold in the next coming hours? If it does hold, I am looking for that long position. And if you might ask yourself, if you are going to long this range for that potential bounce, if the selling pressure is going to get exhausted, where will your take profit be? Well, if I'm interested here in this value area, of course, a take profit zone is the 19,800, 19,900 range. Okay, at that level, of course, we will start hitting, you know, that 618 potentially from the start of the drop. So just round about that 19,800, 900 is a good level, you know, if you do consolidate at this level, to take profits for that bounce, right? You're actually trading the bounce in this downtrend. So we are in a local downtrend for the last few days. Of course, longing is a little bit more riskier. So if you are longing, you need to be very much quick with your take profit zones and protecting position. So let's see if we do consolidate a little bit longer and we do not get that bounce now, because the bounce could happen right now in the next coming hours all the way up to the 19.8, 19.9 range. It is possible. But if we do get another test down and a wick up, that is the moment that I'm going to jump in, right? If we do get that test from these lows, right, we test it and then come back up, then this is the level that I will say, right, we've tested the lows. A bigger relief rally is very likely, guys. This is what we want to see. When we test the highs or the lows from a major scenario, right, from a, you know, every time we test the highs, okay, highs almost tested or hitting the 618, then we get that correction. You know, we need a double test. These double tests of the lows, right, are absolutely crucial for that potential trade scenario. So we need to hit that level, okay, potentially get below it or almost hitting it. And once that test gets a recovery, then it's likely that you will get a larger relief rally, and we can risk here some capital for that potential long trade, right? So that is what we're looking for here. For the moment, still not interested. Also, as the stock market is just falling apart as we speak. It is collapsing. So let's go quickly right away. Let me know if the stream's good. XRP is highly bullish. Let's take a look at XRP. Andy, me cuentan que eres sobrino de Rocío Durcal. No, Durcal. No. Mr. Half Infinite, thank you very much for joining the live stream. Much appreciated. Thanks for joining. We all need to remember the BTC low has not been broken. We are still, from a TA perspective, consolidating. Absolutely. Well, depending on what time frame, of course, we are looking for range trading, right? We're looking for range trades, you know, potentially shorting here at this kind of double top speculation, almost, a failed breakout. It was not a swing failure, but, it was getting exhausted right there. It was worth a risk. If you have a tight stop loss, you're above this high, giving it quite a few dollars above the range, so you do not get stopped out. And you are riding a really nice trade. I did see quite a lot of people yesterday saying, hey, where should I take profits? I'm in a short position from the $20,300 range. I'm thinking, wow, guys, absolutely amazing analysis, because we've been talking about this, huge resistance now for quite some days. That this $20,300, $400 range is large resistance. If we start consolidating and getting exhausted, then of course that correction is very, very likely. So we finally got that correction, of course, on goodness, everybody's calling me now, and no one's called me during the morning. What's going on? So congratulations, whoever shorted at this 20,300. I got some people asking me, where can I take profits? And of course, we were taking a look at this trading range. We were in a trading range here for the last 2-3 days. And of course, if you take a look at the value area, we were trading at this level. On the live stream, it must have been around about this range. This is looking at the 30-minute. The $19,900 value area low, is a take profit zone. It's a support level. This could bounce slowly. It could bounce, massively. It did actually get a bounce all the way to the $20,290 here. As you can see, it got a massive big wick to the upside. Okay, this was afternoon yesterday, Central European time. So these kind of wicks, get you out of your break-even points, but it is what it is. Also, depending on if you entered here, these wicks probably, wicked you out of that position. So it was a take profit at this value area low, $19,900 range, because you could get that bounce from this level. And also, if it does manage to break down, our next major level of support is the 19,500. So potentially some people did manage to hold a short position from the $20,300 range all the way down here to 19,500. So we're at support at this moment. What is the stock market going to do? It's taking a massive hit. Let's analyze the S&P 500 also right away in just 2 seconds, and then if you wish, we can take a look at some altcoins, guys. But S&P 500, something very, very important here, looking at the S&P 500 also was this range that we did create here for the last 3 days approximately, right? We were having a nice range trade over here, massive resistance and support. If we go to the lower time frames, 15-minute chart, just getting bounced as resistance and support from the value area high and low from this trading range, right? Resistance, support, point of control resistance level, getting a bounce also at support, finally losing the range. And this range was actually getting resistance. So the question is right now, of course, S&P 500 is tanking. It's going down. When is it going to stop? Is it going to come down all the way to the lows created here on the 3rd of October of 3,570 points range? Well, I'm going to tell you right away, we did also a good level that we were getting support here was this one right there. I was in a short position on the S&P 500, managed to take most of the profits down at this range and got a massive big bounce. I would have been very, very frustrated, at getting stopped out at break even, from this massive big bounce. But it's a level that we've been talking as support, 3,740 range, 40, 30, we were talking about. And, we got that bounce, came back up. This is a double top scenario, getting that consolidation again at support, finally massive big breakdown. So that has happened. That has happened right now. Who cares? Where is the price potentially going to stop is what I want to know. Well, we can see right over here. I want to get the volume profile. Very important, right? Because I am interested in this trading range, right? From September and October. For the moment, we're looking for strong levels. So if we take a look at the VPVR from this range, right? I want to take a look at this range. Let's go to the 1 hourly chart. Yeah, I can see, yeah, from this trading range till the, from mid-September all the way till today. Wow, S&P 500 is tanking hard. It is tanking hard. Right, Chris is saying planning to short scalp Ethereum at 1,345. We can analyze that situation right away. We can analyze the situation right away. I got Adam here, Stubbs, saying huge pump is coming. Everyone prepare now with the warning signs. Yeah, we can analyze that situation now in just 1 second. Yeah, got people calling me right now, and I'm not going to answer. Live stream for the community. Most important thing, stock market, guys. Where is the stock market going to find some support? Potentially, right? Potentially. I mean, doesn't mean that we're going to get support, but just to add a bit of confluence from that major level. It is right down here at the point of control, but not only because of the point of control, okay, from this volume trader week of September and also the first week of October. It's because we are going to be hitting some important Fibonacci levels, which is the 618, right? 618, most important fib level. The thing is, when I get some calls also on my phone, guys, it connects to the computer, and yeah, it seems like it might lag a little bit because of that. So right over here, 618 on the stock market, on S&P 500, Fibonacci level is exactly at the point of control from the volume traded in between September, late September, and October. Point of control is exactly at that level. What level is this? This is the 3,670 point level. Okay, so this is the range where this stock market could potentially have a consolidation and a pretty nice relief rally by next week. Okay, today's Friday, markets are going to close, so by Monday, Tuesday, this is the range that we're still going to be in. We may be still going to be in this range, but if we are in this range, between Monday, maybe Tuesday, I want to see a little bit of consolidation. This consolidation means that you are likely to get that bounce to the upside. And this is what we want to see. Big confluence right there. Point of control, 618 Fibonacci from the pump, from the ultimate low to the highs. So, yeah, this is the level that I'm interested. Of course, if the S&P 500 is going to be finding support at this level, then I will be very much interested in a long position on Bitcoin, right? We're looking at support levels and resistance zones on the DXY. So DXY is hitting this, this resistance zone that we talked about yesterday. We had a little bit of a wick to the upside. There's a small resistance, so it can correct. It can get a little bit of a correction. This is the 112.6. Why the 112.6? Because it's been big support, big resistance. You can see, how this has been very, very well respected level a couple of times as resistance. We are currently at that range. So yeah, I'm going to guess also we got two levels to retrace Fibonacci. We're at the 61865, currently slightly above that level. If we take fib level from the low here, if we take a look at fib level from the ultimate high here of September to the low range, yeah, 618 hasn't been hit yet. So we can break this zone and then find our next major resistance at the resistance of this channel and the 618. Yeah, this would be something like this. Pay attention on how we were talking about, the breakout of this descending channel, guys, on the DXY. You got massive lows being respected and highs as resistance and as support. As soon as we broke this channel, right, you're breaking a descending channel right there. we starting a new uptrend, right? New uptrend channel. And we need to be very, very aware on this situation, of course. So still in an uptrend. This uptrend will start looking weak as long as we break the support channel here. And also once we get below this low over here, right? If this does happen at some point, then it will be looking good for continuation to the downside, guys. This is what we're looking at here. The channel's been very much respected. This descending one, as soon as we broke resistance, we are in a new uptrend now for the last few days. So we need to be very aware of resistance levels on the DXY for that potential. You know, we're looking at these waves, right? There will be a corrective wave. Inside of that corrective wave, we want to be prepared for that potential long, or even at support, right? When we're at support, we want to be ready for those potential shorts. So yeah. Then start your own channel if you know so much. Getting rejected on all possible places. Let's take a look at Ethereum here for Chris right away, because Chris did give a super chat, and he did say that he's looking for a short position on Ethereum at 1,345. Let's analyze the very low time frames on Ethereum. I'm still in that long position on Ethereum from below 1,300. It's a swing trade position. It's protected, but we're not going to talk about that. Okay, 1,345 range for that potential short. 1,345 for that potential short. Let me just zoom in here a little bit. Guys, is the stream lagging? Let me know right away in the comment section, because if it is, I'll refresh the computer and I will start another live stream. Let's go to the 1 hourly time frame here right away and analyze the situation. See where we at. I want to take a look at the fixed range volume profile on Ethereum here. It's at this moment at point of control. So I mean, Bitcoin is at support, Ethereum is at support also from this trading range. I mean, I'm looking at the last 20 days here of, you know, this big large range, and this is extremely important. Okay, these levels are very much respected. You know, they do have volatility, of course, below the range, but they've been very much respected. You can see this trading range over here with volatility. You know, value area high, value area low, getting respected. There's big volatility right there, but being respected very nicely as resistance. You know, there's no big breakout here, no confirmed breakout. There's just a bit of volatility at the lows and at the highs. So right now Ethereum is at big support. So, you know, that bounce, you know, could have been very much expected on the Ethereum price, because you're at point of control from the volume traded the last 20 days. And you know, I got Chris here saying looking for a short position at 1,345. Let me just analyze that situation right now. I mean, a breakdown of point of control would be the ideal scenario, right? We're looking at point of control, you know, from this trading range. I mean, a breakdown below this low over here, you know, for that potential resistance range to come down and claim the lows, that would be the ideal scenario, right? Just like the ideal scenario here from Ethereum would have been, you know, you were getting that resistance here, but of course we tested the value area low. So this low has been tested already. So if you have that leg up and you break point of control, then you could potentially get into that bounce to retest the highs, right? This is exactly what happened. So this is the bearish scenario. Instead of the bullish scenario, we would be looking for that breakdown on this low, right, in the next coming days, and then retest the point of control as resistance to claim the low. You're basically looking at this scenario but inverted, right? And you know where the opportunities are. The opportunities are on the retracement to come down and test that low. So you have that same scenario happening here. All good here, says Azad. Lagging here, says Mark. So only likes, no lag, says Seb, blockchain boy. Yeah, no lag, only lagging on the likes. That is very, very true. Thank you, Racing Pixel, for reminding me and the community, saying that they're only lagging, the like button is lagging right now. Thank you very much for letting know. So the price of Bitcoin is getting that consolidation. It's not a bounce yet. I wouldn't get too excited. The lows can be tested, but we can already see this level that we were talking about on yesterday's live stream, the $19,500 range, is a take profit zone if you're shorting from this level. Why? Because it's very strong support, and of course it might be a longing level, right? If this is a take profit zone, it is because it's large support, and if it's large support and a take profit zone, you might think on the other side, it might be a long opportunity. Still a little bit too aggressive to long, only because stock market was falling aggressively. If stock market has a relief pump, then comes back down to test the lows, start hitting those levels that we mentioned, right? It's just here, the 3,670 point range. Almost, we actually did hit that level. We actually did hit almost the point of control right there, and it is getting a bounce almost to the exact dollar. Not a dollar, the exact point. S&P is not dollars, it's points. But yeah, we're just 2 points away from hitting that 618 and point of control from the trading range from the 22nd of September. It's a little bit of aggressive, if you're getting into a long position here, this is a falling knife, basically. Ideal long position here on the S&P for me to take that long. If I do take that long, of course, I will be saying it on the live stream or maybe, on the Telegram. If we do manage to get, today's Friday, so it's going to be maybe a boring weekend. We're probably going to have a nice range on Bitcoin, which we potentially can look for some trading opportunities. But if we do consolidate at this range, guys, on Monday and Tuesday, maybe just Monday is enough. All depending on where we gap, if we gap up or down, of course. If we gap up, then we missed the chance on that bounce. But if we're still in this range, this is a strong level, 3,670 points. Point of control, 618. We could get that bounce by next week to come up and almost claim the next big major support level. Look how fast the price dropped here. Didn't get much support, so it can come as fast to the resistance zone, to that support level. So that would definitely be the take profit zone here at 3,730, 40 point range. There's a very likely bounce to happen, in between today and next week, from this range over here to this range over here. That is just very, very likely to happen by next week, this kind of movement. So if this kind of movement happens, you need to think bullish, right? If we're hitting a strong support level and the S&P 500 can get that bounce with high probability, right? We're looking at probabilities, this could tank down from this range as we speak. But looking at the probability scenario, thinking if S&P can get that bounce, then of course Bitcoin can also get that bounce. S&P 500 is getting the bounce for the moment. This is why, it's not perfect. A few little points more to the downside would have been the ideal range, and it's very risky as it is a falling knife. I wouldn't get too excited. I wouldn't think that this is going to be a massive V-shaped recovery. It's just retracing a little bit, might come back down, consolidate in the range, and then we'll have a better opportunity here for that long. I mean, S&P 500 is getting that bounce as we speak from this major support level. Looking at the lower time frames, you could you could arguably discuss that this is actually a double bottom. We should have taken a look at the lower time frames, guys. Yeah, because you can see kind of it's retesting the lows already. I think we'll have a better chance. There will be a better chance. I want to see a claim of the lows and a consolidation. Then this will be looking pretty nice, for that larger relief rally. I think these lows can be claimed. The lows are exactly at 19,434. You might get a whip back down there if we do have that swing failure event, that failed breakdown. This is the moment I'm going to jump in a trade. I need to see exhaustion. I need to see a test of the low and say, right, there's not enough power. There's not enough volume coming in. Also testing the lows. If we have relatively very low volume here, testing the lows and, getting back up inside of the range, it's going to be likely that these highs are going to be claimed and you're going to get a bigger relief rally. And we are looking for that 19.8, 19.9. These are only day trade scalp scenarios. So that is basically what I'll be waiting for here. And of course, if we are longing, the lows here from a potential failed breakdown, we are very much interested in what is our take profit zone. And where is our stop loss? Of course, our stop loss is going to be relatively tight. If there were a scenario of coming down here and noticing that we are failing, you enter a trade, you place a stop loss below the wick. Give it a few dollars, because sometimes you might come back quickly to test it and go back up. Give it a few dollars below the wick. And of course, you are looking for these lows right there to be claimed, very, very likely, and the 618 range from this drop. So, that is going to be big resistance. These lows are going to be big resistance, as it has been support. It has been the value area low from this trading range. As you can see, these wicks, this is the level that if you fail a breakdown from this range in the next coming hours, potentially, guys, we need to monitor how we, of course, this is the thing about being patient, because I know there is a lot of people that will potentially long as soon as we hit this level, and that is a little bit of a gamble. You lose probabilities if you come down here like this. You don't want to jump in a long position while you're hitting the level, okay? Because it might break down. You might break down. So this is why it's risky. This is why being patient and getting ready to pull the trigger is, it's a matter of being patient to see if you're going to fail the break down from this low. And that is what I'm going to do. I'm talking about my game plan here for the long. I'm in a interesting short position from this level. Like I explained at the beginning of the stream, a hedge long would be ideal here if we do test the lows and consolidate. Seeing that exhaustion, right? I would hedge long this short that is already protected and taken over 60% of profits from this move down at this support level, because we did know, just when I started the stream, we were hitting the range. We did know from yesterday that this is a strong level. And it's also, Fibonacci. So you're adding confluence. You got Fibonacci from the ultimate low range before the start of the pump. We know that this is support. If anyone, there were a couple of people in the live stream yesterday saying that they shorted at 20,300. We talked about this being a take profit level, exactly the 19,500. So you have your take profit right there from an incredible trade. You know, if you have good risk management here, you know, you are making a 4-to-1 risk to reward on this trade. You know, absolutely phenomenal trade right there from some people that did take this. I have a long from 20,077. 20,077. Yeah. I don't know why you have that long, but dangerous to long. Right there. I mean, you were testing consistently. When you know the deal, guys. When you test consistently a level while you're creating lower highs, you know, we want to be very, very dangerous. It's not the same as hitting a support and getting a consolidation and then a bounce up, right? Because you might think to yourself, hey, but you know what you're talking about is, you know, getting exhaustion and then a bounce, and then here you're saying you're testing. Isn't this a large exhaustion of bears and we're going to get a large bounce? No, absolutely not. This is totally different. Totally different. Once you had the start of that big move down, now potentially we are going to enter into a trading range again, right? Right at this moment, Bitcoin is volatile in some ranges. So you get out of a range, you form a range, you get out of another range, you form another range. And this is what we potentially want to take a look. But when you have been in a range, you know, for a few days, you are testing the lows from a previous low. You are creating lower highs. You know, this is rolling down basically. You know, the exhaustion is from the highs of the double top. This is getting ready for that roll down. If you want to read the context properly, right? So nothing to do, you know, a consolidation at this low for a bounce, then this consolidation right there for a bounce here. You are basically getting exhausted here and you might roll down, instead of this one that the selling pressure from this falling knife is getting exhausted and you can see a larger relief rally. Hopefully that makes a lot of sense, what I've just said. Right, let's take a look at the comment section. Be careful with Seb. His name is Blockchain Boy. Blockchain Boy. I read Blockchain Boy before. Blockchain Boy. Stay cautious with my moderator here, because he can be dangerous. Missed the short. Well, don't worry. At this level, I am looking for longs. Okay? So, like I said, I would be waiting for the next coming hours, guys. You know, it does look like that you might have, you know, this relief rally is just going to get exhausted. You might get another test of the lows. This is what usually happens, right? When you have a massive breakdown with volume. We know this, guys. These lows are very likely to be tested. Being now, being later, being after a consolidation. You know, they are likely to be tested. What I am interested in at this low is that, you know, that test. How are we going to test it? Are we going to get exhausted? If we get exhausted, I am jumping in a long position till the 19,800, 19,900 range, okay? That would be my take profit zone. Like I said, this is a huge level that's been respected. But what about a short? What about if we do get that leg up here? You know, it's likely to be a good shorting level also, guys. I'm not going to lie. We've had a massive big volume breakdown. And it is likely that we are potentially going to form a range right now, right? After this move down, you know, we need a consolidation again, potentially, to find out if we are going to have more power to break lower or there's going to be power to break up. So if we've gotten out of a zone right now, what are the probabilities to getting back in this zone? You know, probabilities are relatively low, right? If we've been in a zone here for the last few days, you know, a V-shaped recovery is, you know, not probable. Basically, the probabilities are very, very low to get back above $20,000, you know, in between today and tomorrow, in my personal opinion. We've broken out from the lows of a major zone. So what is likely if we were to come all the way up there? You know, if I'm looking for longs here for a swing failure, for a bigger relief rally, if this is going to be a take profit zone, it means it's because it is resistance, and the probability in having it move down is very, very possible. So, you know, we need to take a look at the long potentials and the short trade also possibilities, right? So there's also a pretty good shorting opportunity at that level, in my personal opinion. You know, we got massive volume, big volume coming down here, breaking the value area low. So what would be the ideal scenario? To have a tight stop loss, waiting to hit the highest level possible. So, you know, I would have a game plan at this level. You know, if I'm looking for a lower high scenario to come down and test the lows in the next coming hours or a couple of days, looking at the 15-minute chart, then I would have a game plan here. You know, if I'm planning to risk 1% of my capital potentially, you know, and we are just hitting 19,800, you might think, I want to wait for higher. I want to wait to 19,900 because my stop loss should be above this big, massive volume candle. You know, the probabilities on the price action getting above this level, you know, there's always a volatile move that can stop you out. Okay, this is just how the markets are like that. But I don't want to have a stop loss over here or a liquidation price. You know, who knows what if we have a massive move to the upside? You know, it's unlikely, but it can happen. So I want to get into the highest trade possible, right? So I can have a relatively tight stop loss, relatively good risk to reward. Because if this trade plays out, you know, say we do hit 19,900, right? And we have, you know, stop loss above the high. I would be planning to put 0.25% of my capital here. If we get a little bit of a move higher, we also got point of control, remember, very, very strong resistance. So very unlikely to get above $20,000, but I would aim for the high here. I would be adding to my position till I get to 1% of my capital, right? So I can ladder in a position to get to the highest price possible for that potential leg down, right? So you're looking for that, for the lows to be claimed maybe in the next couple of days. You know, this is the 15-minute chart. This might take some time, but overall, you know, there's a high probability scenario here and rolling back down as we've gotten out from the this major zone from yesterday, from the last few days. We've broken a big support level, and we have done it with a large amount of volume. So probabilities in creating a lower high is very, very, very likely. So yeah, looking for those long scenarios and those shorts, guys. Remember, make sure to have very good risk management, right? Look at this. I mean, that has been tested really, really nicely. This high from the double top to this lower high wick, you know, got tested here really nicely. You know, if this were to happen in the next couple of days, you know, we are looking for resistance right there, lower high resistance. The lows right there being very well respected, value area low from this trading range. Yeah, I mean, this would be a shorting opportunity right there. You'll be hitting 618 levels, 65, you know, inside of that volatile range. If you do get that volatility at that range, you know, this might be tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, that would be a very nice, highly probable short position. I'm actually going to put an alert right there just when I'm not in front of the computer, just in case we shoot up for that potential short. And I'm actually going to put another alert here at the lows. So then I can check this out. Then I can check out, you know, how is the price action consolidating at this level for that potential failed breakout. You know, it can break down I'm waiting to see how we wick below it and get that, pull back up. Then I'll be interested for that double bottom range, and move to the upside. This is the range that I'm looking for, guys. We're at big support at this level. Failed breakdown would be ideal for a long, and we know that we do have strong support at 19.8, 19.9 range, 20k at the most with a volatility. So this is what I am looking for. Of course, I will be trading this on Bybit. Bybit, my favorite trading platform for cryptos. Insanely low. Getting some phone calls now, guys. Got to answer this. Low fees on Bybit, okay. You get an insane bonus down below. Remember this, guys. You got up to $4,380 worth of bonus. And you have also 7% added to your deposit on PrimeXBT if you're interested on trading on PrimeXBT. Check it out. My favorite platform also to trade, stock market or different other assets, oil, natural gas, Forex. I don't trade Forex, but it is there for anyone who is interested. You can use crypto as collateral, such as USDT, Bitcoin. I use Bitcoin as collateral there. I want to accumulate Bitcoin on that platform, but you can use stable coins also. You got 7% added to your deposit on PrimeXBT, guys. Make sure to take advantage of this bonus, and it's also a way to support the channel for me to continue here on YouTube with the analysis. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up because I need to do some phone calls. Absolutely sorry. Hopefully I am going to do another live stream afterwards. I'm not 100% sure. I will, probably I will. We're going to do night time, Central European time, live stream, if that is okay. It might be Steve calling now.